The stars were quiet. For the first time in nearly a century, the Terran Interstellar Accord had gone 6 straight years without a single recorded conflict. Peace, in its cautious, trembling form, had settled across the outer reaches of known space. Commander Elia Rourke of the Tease Aegis had hoped never to hear the name Valari again. But peace, like silence, is rarely permanent. The signal arrived encoded in a dead language. Valari Prime Tongue. No human had heard it spoken since the siege of Charon's Reach, when the last known Valari warcruiser self-immolated rather than surrender. The message was short. A dying whisper. Come. To Celeron's moon. Lone. I am Zyrantal. Last queen. Die soon. The galaxy must hear. The galaxy must remember. Rourke knew better than to respond. But the message spread through Terran command like wildfire. The final monarch of humanity's most ancient enemy had spoken. And she was offering something rare, truth. The brass wanted surveillance. The scientists wanted a sample. The generals wanted her executed. Rourke wanted to understand. So she volunteered. Too grave of empires. Celeron's moon was a ghost world, wrapped in violet mist and iron winds. Its crust, shattered by ancient orbital strikes, still bore the scars of orbital bombardment from a dozen wars. The Aegis deployed a stealth skiff, and Rourke descended alone into the tomb city of Keltheron, once the spiritual heart of the Valari Dominion. The ruins were alive with strange energy. Pulsing biostructures still whispered to one another in pheromones and quantum pulses. The Queen's coordinates led to a central spire, nearly swallowed by the jungle of metallic flora that had reclaimed the world. Inside the throne chamber she found her. Thurinal. The last of her kind. She was unlike any Valari Rourke had seen. Twice the height of a human, her form ethereal and alien, yet unmistakably regal. Her crown wasn't metal, but bone and biofiber, pulsating faintly with the rhythm of her fading life. Her body was wounded. Deep lacerations across her abdomen, scales cracked, eyes dimmed. She lay against the throne as if grown from it. "You are late," the Queen whispered, voice dry and velvet. "But still you came." "I did." Rourke approached with care. Her sidearm remained holstered. "Why call for me?" "Because the fire must die with me." 3. The dream of the Valari. The Valari had once ruled over 6 sectors. Not by sheer force but by something deeper, what they called the dream. A psychic resonance network. Empathy as a weapon, unity as armor. But the dream was fragile. And humanity, disconnected, unpredictable, individualistic, was immune to it. A contagion in their eyes. "We thought you were sickness," Zyrantal said, her claws tracing faint symbols into the stone. "And so, we tried to burn the infection." "You failed," Rourke said. "Yes," the Queen sighed. "Because we did not understand. We could not touch you. And now, I am alone. The dream is gone. My kind devoured one another in madness after the fall. I remained." She looked at Rourke with 6 amber eyes. "Because the end must have meaning." She gestured toward a conduit behind the throne. The air shimmered with psionic residue. "There is a seed within. Final echo. If awakened, it will call every dormant Valari cell across the stars. Rebirth. Age. Genocide. And you want me to stop it?" Rourke asked, eyebrows raised. "No," the Queen coughed, black ichor staining her chin. "I want you to decide." For the echo. The chamber behind the throne was alive. No tech Rourke recognized. It was organic and luminous, an embryo of war, wrapped in memory and madness. Touching it felt like drowning in lives she hadn't lived. Hatchlings torn from cradles, fleets burning, songs sung at the edge of black holes. This was no mere weapon. It was a resurrection. If triggered, it would reignite the war the Valari once waged. But this time with no restraint. No queens. No dream. Only programmed vengeance. And only a non-Valari could destroy it. Rourke returned to the Queen, her thoughts heavy. "This isn't justice," she said. "It's obliteration." Zyrantal nodded weakly. "I know. But the pain must end." "Then why not destroy it yourself?" "Because I am bound to it. My blood sings to it. If I approach, it activates." She looked up at Rourke, ancient and dying. "You were never meant to touch us. But now only you can. Be the decision." The storm outside grew louder. Energy surged. The echo was waking, its slumber broken by the presence of life. "You summoned me to decide for your species?" Rourke asked. "No," the Queen said. "I summoned you to forgive mine." Rourke hesitated. "I fought Valari. I lost friends. I saw what your people did on Tycho Prime. Bruce. We don't forget." "No," the Queen said. "But you remember. And that makes you stronger than we ever were." There was silence between them. Then Rourke drew her weapon, not to aim but to offer. "Show me where." 6. The end of the dream. The detonation was slow, radiant, quiet. The echo shrieked as it died, not with sound but with silence. A final pulse that rippled across the psychic plane and winked out like a dying star. Above, the Queen trembled. "It is done," she whispered. Rourke nodded. "Then so am I." The Queen slumped forward, her form finally at peace. But she reached one hand toward Rourke, trembling. "Wounded," she whispered, barely audible. "Human. You were never meant to touch me." And then she died. Not with screams. Not with rage. But with stillness. And a whisper. 7. Legacy. Rourke left the moon as the spire collapsed into itself, the ruins accepting their queen once more. The Terran Accord recorded her actions, debated them, feared them. But in time the wars did not return. The Valari were gone, but their memory remained. Rourke returned to Earth, where a monument stands in the Garden of Reconciliation. A statue of a woman in Terran Navy armor, hand resting gently against the hand of a towering alien queen. The inscription is simple. She whispered in the end. And someone listened.